Alright, so I've seen The Wild Robot, and this is the new film from DreamWorks, where this is presenting an original concept with a robot trying to form a bond with these creatures while also being shipwrecked on land. And I gotta say that this was a beautiful movie while also trying to send an important message, and even for what it means. I think that this was a great story, and especially from the emotions and more. And so this will be my full review of the film, go over my impressions and my thoughts, and even with my experience for what I had with this movie, and there's so much more to talk about. And so if you're new, then be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. But now, let's talk about it. And now, when it comes to DreamWorks and their animated movies, especially with the ideas that they've come up with, and they are great, but now even within this decade, the animation style has leveled up, and even with The Wild Robot, and that this is an original idea, and it's telling the story of a robot named Roz who's like stranded on land and trying to form a bond with these creatures, and even though that they are like afraid of her, that they want to make fun of her for what she does, but even though she is just a robot trying to complete a task, and that's what her mission is, and I have like no idea of where she is from, and of course they do explain why, but I have a feeling what the journey that Roz goes on, trying to form a friendship, and even like trying to adopt like a baby goose, and trying to raise it, and even though she is trying to find a family there, like a form bond, and teach us about friendship. This movie does all that. With my overall experience with it, and with the story in general, it's just really good, and I think that this is a film that people are definitely going to relate to, including myself, as this is about trying to fit in, trying to form a friendship, and like even though like what's your place in the world, and that is with like Roz the robot, and even though like experiencing her backstory, and even like where she is from, I think learning about her, it was truly amazing. And even with these creatures run away, and even though like Roz tries to perform a task and make sure that she completes it, and that's what she does, but even though with the creatures that they think of her differently, and for what ideas that they came up with in terms of just with the purpose of fitting in, it was truly well done. And you would think the fox played by Pedro Pascal, which I really enjoyed him on screen, and even that I think his purpose was to teach Roz of what happens on this island, and who the creatures are, and like how to survive on it. And I think like Mark Hamill is in this, and other great side characters, and even though like and the purpose of that is with the baby goose that she raises to become like a dog, and like even to like grow up, and like teaching him like how to fly, and to face everything. And I think Roz is so emotional to cry, and like, and yeah, this is what this movie does. It serves so much emotions. I think everyone is going to shed a tear. And even with Lupita Nyong'o, I thought she crushed it as bringing the voice to life as Roz, and like learning about her. It was just like an amazing concept, and I think that they really pulled it off right. And even with the animation, it looks so good, and like it's just with like everything is unfolded, and like a fresh new light. It's just like it's just so beautiful. Also with the themes that I really liked is that like it's really just like once it really settles in from the start of the movie, it really takes you on like a breathtaking adventure, like of what it's like just to like be in this type of world, and like trying to like make friends, and like this is all about like what's it mean to be a friend, and that's what Roz represents in this film. And towards the end, it was really emotional of the way that they present this movie, like to be like at the like kindness and friendship of what it's like to bond with like people, and just trying to be like just like a good person in general. And that's what I felt inside, and I think it's what like I can relate to with this movie, and that that's something that is really powerful, and I think they did a pretty good job of like keeping us engaged. It is a beautiful storytelling, and just this world building concept. It is like so beautiful, and it's just like a definite recommend in my book. And like I think like this film, I think it is a DreamWorks great win. It's such a good damn movie. And also one last thing to say, and I think like this is like a really a fascinating film that I think that people should definitely watch, and I think it's going to be a film, as I said, people can relate to, and this is all about friendship and bond, or what it means to be in like a new surrounding, and trying to get along with people, and like especially with like fitting in, and it's just a really powerful, best animated film that I've ever seen on the big screen. I think you should definitely watch it. It's a definite recommend. So go out and enjoy it. But that's gonna do it for this video. Just let me know in the comments below, and if you've seen The Wild Robot, give me your best rating between 1 out of 10. How would you rate it? Just let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to notifications about future videos. And also follow all my social medias, always linked up below. And with that, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.